Oh, now you guys can hear me. What's up, everybody? Welcome. That's the thing that happens when you operate yourself, when you're going live yourself and whatnot. But hopefully we will be going live in Marketing Atlas Show soon. So we have everything up and running up in there as well. So I hope that you guys are doing great. Welcome to the Marketing Atlas Show. Oh, now you guys can hear me. Today is the 29th of April, 2020. And this is the Marketing Atlas Show. So thank you for joining me for a little bit. We're gonna have a bunch of fun. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff going, happening today. And also, not only that, it's episode number 10, which is pretty cool. We've been doing this for the past 10 weeks without any issues. So this is pretty cool. And I have a bunch of questions already in the Marketing Atlas Show. So thank you guys for that. Okay, cool. So here are a couple of things that I want to share with you guys is that number one, we have a free Facebook group that you guys can join if you guys have questions. I'm going live once a week on the Facebook group. I'm also sharing my tip of the day every Tuesdays. We have an Ask Me Anything Monday, so it's pretty cool. And all you need to do is to go to hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. That is, let me actually use the little whiteboard while we're at it. So it's, let me see if you guys can see this. So it's this. Okay, there we go. It's hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. There you go. hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. If you want to join, it's completely free. And I would love to have you guys there. We have a lot of brainstorming, a lot of good stuff happening. And I hope that you guys see you guys there. And also something else that I'm doing potentially next week, if there's enough interest. I'm releasing a class. It's going to be a standalone class on advanced lookalike strategies, okay? So if you're interested in knowing more, if you're interested in understanding, well, excuse me, sorry about that. If you're interested in knowing more about my advanced lookalike strategies, go to hernanvazquez.com/advanced, okay? Let me put it in here. hernanvazquez.com/advanced. And since I'm going to be recording this live, there's going to be a discount price as a pre-launch price. So if you go to hernanvazquez.com/advanced, you will be able to get access to my advanced lookalike strategies. Now, here's the deal. Most advertisers out there, they do not know the stuff that I'm about to share with you guys on this class. The reason why is because 99% of people advertising right now, all they need to do is to launch a couple of lead ads, launch a couple of conversion ads, and they're good. And that's fine, that's great. But when you're managing 15 plus media buyers on an 8-figure agency, when you have, 5-figure days, 6-figure months to spend, when you're managing 250 plus clients, you need to get creative, right? And that's exactly what I want to share with you guys on this advanced lookalike strategies class. So it's going to be recorded live. So if you want to learn more about it, go to hernanvazquez.com/advanced and you will be able to get it for a really, really special discount. Okay, so go to that form, read what's there, and then I'm going to send you a link so that you can jump on board online, and then it's going to be pretty awesome. Okay, now with that being said, hope that you enjoy the show. Let's jump right into the questions for the day. If I remember how to do this correctly, here we go. Okay, cool. So boom, that's the screen right there. So we have a couple questions here. And by the way, guys, I'm not monitoring Facebook. I'm not monitoring YouTube. We're going live to Twitch. We're going live to a bunch of places. I'm not monitoring them because it's only me. Okay, so go ahead and go to Marketing Atlas Show, like all of these fine fellas right here did, so that I can answer your questions. Okay, we had some questions from last week that I put in here that I do want to give you an answer to, but just so you know, I'm not going to be taking a look at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is that we're going right now, going live, because I can't. Okay, I would very much rather just go to marketingatlasshow.com and ask your questions there so that I can give you an answer. Okay, so we had a question from last week from Leo Valentino. What's up, Leo? And his question was, when starting a new offer, should a person focus on getting perfect or just taking action immediately so that we can gather data? Of course, the answer to that is just take action. Okay, so something that I always say is that if you're not I would say ashamed of your first product or your first program or your first ad, you haven't launched fast enough. Okay, the reason why is because you need to be launching in order for you to collect data. A lot of people are just waiting for too long. They're waiting for the website to be perfect, and they're waiting for the copy to come back, and they're waiting for the logo to be perfect, and they're waiting for a bunch of different stuff, which is preventing them from actually launching. And while you're not launching, you're not collecting data. And if you're not collecting data, you're not moving forward. So I'm a big fan of do, make, and launch. Even if, my stuff usually, it breaks. Like in the middle of things, it breaks just because of the fact that I launch it and stuff breaks, and maybe it doesn't look as polished and whatnot. And you can make it better as you go through, which is the great news, right? You can definitely make it better as you move forward. But the first thing that you always want to do is to launch your stuff first, let Facebook to collect data, and then make it better based off of what the data is telling you. I know some people that have been around for a while. They have been super supportive, but they haven't launched yet. And I'm like, dude, you need to launch. Dude, you need to launch. And whatever launch is for you, it might be just collect data through a PDF, right? Start creating an email list, or start putting out videos and creating a custom audience. Whatever that is, just launch and put your message out there, because it will allow you to gather data much faster than if you weren't. Okay? All right, great question, Leo. Thank you for joining me. Okay, Armand, as usual, real quick. He's saying, could you please briefly share your top 3 Zapier automations and how do they help you save time for your business? That's actually a good question, Armand. And honestly, I use Zapier. Like, for instance, one of the things that we do ask on the Facebook group, which you are free to answer or not, is if you want to receive some good stuff via email, right? And then my PA, she goes through all of those answers and she adds the emails into a spreadsheet. And then the spreadsheet zaps people into ActiveCampaign, which is my autoresponder, okay? So that's one of the things that I can think of. The other thing that I can think of is the fact that I get reported through Slack every sale that I make on my funnel. So for instance, if you go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect and buy my perfect ads workshop, what's going to happen is that I'm going to get a notification on Slack, right? And that's not necessarily saving me time, but it's actually, allowing me to see how things are going for the day. So if you guys really want to master Zapier, and if you really want to save yourself some time, go to a search on Facebook, Productivity Academy. Okay, Productivity Academy. I think it's productivity.academy. Let me actually check. I think he might have had that academy. Maybe it's not. But let's see. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so check this out. Okay, I'm going to put a link on the. I'm going to put a link on here on the questions right here. This is held by my good man and one of my good friends and business partner, Adam Moody, and he's great when it comes to productivity. In fact, I think that you, Armand, you interviewed Adam for your podcast, okay, or for your show. So Adam is a beast when it comes to productivity, and he has all sorts of zaps set up for Semantic Mastery, which is our company. Like, for instance, every week we have a weekly meeting, the partners, and through Zapier he will put together a document and he will send it to a Slack channel so that we can put the document notes. Well, then he will have reminders because we each write a piece of a newsletter, and then we need to be reminded, right? Because we're busy mofos and we need to be reminded and whatnot. So Adam has a lot of good stuff specifically on his podcast. So he has this podcast and he has his stuff here. So go ahead, check it out. Productivity.academy is pretty cool. And then if you search for Productivity Academy on Facebook, he's also creating content. And not because I'm telling him to create content, I'm telling him, dude, you need to create content pretty much every day. So he's cool, and he has a lot of stuff on Zapier. So I should be using Zapier more, to be completely honest with you. Okay, so Joe is asking, great question by Joe. is asking, I'm running a lead ad to 12 different audiences at $2 per ad set per day. Okay, so $2 per ad set per day, that is 24 bucks a day. My leads are costing me around 15 bucks. It's been running about a week with 10 leads. About half the ad sets are getting 0 results. The other ad sets are getting 1 to 3 results. I have not gotten any of the leads to schedule a call. Is this enough data to turn off the non-performing ad sets to increase my spend on the other 6? The leads are for a 2K coaching program. Should I change this to conversion ad and have them go to an on-demand training with a CTA for scheduling a call? Great question, Joe. And I would say if they have been running for a bit, I would say that right now you can pick and choose your winners, okay? Now here's the thing with lead ads, and here's the thing that we need to be careful when running lead ads. And let me actually go to the whiteboard real quick, because right now my recommendation would be to create an ad. Actually, let me put this a little bit more like that. Okay, there we go. To create an ad, to maybe go to either a VSL, and then you have an application page, and then you go to a call, like a schedule a call page, and then you have a thank you page, right? And these two can be the same, like the application and the call can be on the same page, right? Call. So what happens here is that lead ads are good to test an idea. So now you know which audiences are responsive to your message, right? Even if they're costing you 15 bucks, that's fine. That's not what we're going after here. We can talk about diminishing costs or lowering the cost later on. But right now you're getting $15 per lead or on your lead ads, 12 different audiences. Now you have 6 audiences that are working really well and 6 audiences that are not performing. I will cut those off. The ones that are not performing, I will slowly bump up the budget on the lead ads that are. Now have in mind that this is a $2,000 package. Okay, this is a $2,000 coaching package. So the simplest way to do this would be here, would be add to maybe a form, which by the way, this form can be done with paper form or jot form or something like that, and then they go to a thank you page, or then they go to a calendar, and then they go to a thank you page. Okay, this is the fastest way for you to get people applying for your coaching call. Okay, you will definitely need to hop on a call with them and close them. $2,000 for a call is not that big of a deal, but definitely you need to hop on the phone with them. Now, with that being said, this is the fastest way to achieve what you're looking for. Mostly because right now lead ads can get you a decent amount of volume, but they won't be able to qualify for you, right? So that's why you're not getting any calls, because you need to pre-qualify them first. So you send them to a form with something like Jotform, JOTFORM.com. Jotform or any other, like Google Forms will do that too. Paper form will do that too. Basically, you want them to move forward if they are qualified. So let's say that you're asking a qualification question, which is how much money your business is making. And you want to work with businesses that have some momentum already, and they say, I'm making 0, then you immediately disqualify them and they don't move forward to the next thing, which is something that you cannot do with lead ads, right? And of course, if they complete the form and they are qualified, but they don't schedule, then you can actually reach out to them manually or via email, or just pick up the phone and call them and whatnot, okay? So this is the fastest way to go. If you want to get fancy, you can do a VSL, a webinar, whatever, but this is the fastest way to go. I have some clients that are financial advisors, and we had a webinar, we had a bunch of different stuff, and when we deploy this, they're getting a lot of good stuff happening to them, because we just have like a really simple funnel, okay? But again, now with that being said, I wouldn't necessarily send cold traffic to this funnel. You can try with cold traffic, but I wouldn't necessarily send cold traffic to this funnel. So for you to sell your $2,000 program, what I would suggest is run some video views ads. And then on the videos, you can have a call to action for them to complete the form to talk to you, right? And then you can run a conversion campaign, a retargeting conversion campaign for them to go to this form as well. Now, with that being said, I hope that this helps. This Friday, we'll have our No BS advertising call for the group. So make sure that you attend, and then we can keep on brainstorming ideas. But initially, I would simplify your funnel, and then the first thing to do would be to kill the 6 non-performing ad sets, dump the budget on the ones that are, create a couple videos, and then start indoctrinating people on Facebook so that you can get a higher quality type of lead once they reach your form. Okay, awesome. All right, cool. So let's keep going up in here. Thank you for your question, Joe, by the way. Waylin, what's up, man? He's asking, hey Hernan, so I've been running Facebook ads for real estate agents for a while now, and the way I do it is video ads and helpful how-to content, but the issue is that I've recently started to advertise on YouTube with the same ads, just placed on local insights, but my issue is I don't know if the helpful how-to content is converting the same on YouTube or not, and if I should have my agents take a different approach when recording their ads for YouTube specifically. YouTube and Facebook are so vastly different. I'm not sure helpful how-to content is the right approach, but I would love your thoughts. By the way, dude, you're killing it. Love your content. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Okay, cool. So great question, and you're totally right on the money. You're totally on the money right here. Usually, what works well in Facebook will not work well in YouTube, and vice versa. Okay, I talk about this in my Perfect Ads program. Okay, I talk about the two frameworks that I use for videos when it comes to YouTube versus when it comes to Facebook. The main difference is this: you can be much more, I don't know if aggressive is the word that I'm looking for, but you can be much more straightforward with the ask on YouTube. Okay, the reason why is because YouTube is a search engine. So if you're using keywords, if you're using placements, if you're using those type of audiences, people are already way ahead in the buying process than on Facebook, right? On Facebook, people need a little bit more indoctrination, if you would. Those how-to videos are probably killing it on Facebook, right? But they might not work as well on YouTube because people are already searching for the stuff that your clients are offering, which is real estate. And they're already searching for that, so that means that you can be much more straightforward with the ask. So a good framework for YouTube ads would be something like, hey, if you're looking to sell your house fast and you're in the Miami area, click on the button below and let's schedule a call. That's it, and you can keep it to under 1 minute, and that's the type of video that I'm seeing works the best on YouTube. Now again, the framework that I'm sharing on Perfect Ads, which by the way you can get by going to hernanvazquez.com/perfect, is a little bit more elaborated, if you would, but the main distinction is that YouTube is an intent platform, meaning people are already searching for stuff, so you can be, you can save yourself like 2 to 3 steps, right? So you can be much more, I would say, straightforward with the ask, versus Facebook is a behavior-based platform, and it's an interruption platform. It's an interruption advertising platform. So that's why what works on Facebook doesn't necessarily work on YouTube, and vice versa. Something else to consider is that while on Facebook a view is considered a 3-second view is considered a view, on YouTube a 30-second view is considered a view. So even if you're getting if your cost per click is higher on YouTube, if your cost per lead is higher on YouTube, there's a high chance that the people that are coming from YouTube are a little bit more qualified than on Facebook. Okay, I'm still like really bullish on Facebook, but that is something to consider when you're trying to advertise on both networks. Okay, again, I go through the differences between one and the other and how to make both work on my Perfect Ads workshop. So if you go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect, you will be able to see what's going on. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's go back here. Perfect. All right. Thank you for your question, by the way. Felipe, what's up, Felipe? Okay, so Felipe is asking, what do you think is a good strategy to increase number of page followers? Great question, Felipe, and I don't necessarily think that running page likes campaigns is worth it. The only reason why, let me go back to the webcam. The only reason why I would potentially run a page like campaign is to keep an ad account active. You know, when you have many ad accounts on a business manager and some of them are over 60 days old, and without any activity, Facebook will shut them down. So what I do is I run $1 a day like campaigns, it can be engagement campaign, it can be video views campaign, it can be whatever. But I usually run $1 a day like campaigns just to keep that ad account active, okay? And it takes me like literally 30 seconds to set it up. That's the only reason what I would like, what I would run a like campaign. Now here's the deal. If you're running, let me actually get rid of this real quick. Man, we're using the whiteboard. That's exactly what, you know, I knew at some point I was preparing for a quarantine and I say, hey, what can I get today that would be helpful and that I can use in quarantine? Why don't I get a whiteboard? Boom, here it is. Okay, I was preparing for this my entire life. So going back to your question, Felipe, a great way to get page followers is the following, okay? You have a video ad, that you can run through video views or engagement, okay? So you're going to be running this video ad through video views or engagement, and then this will accrue social proof. A video ad will accrue likes, will accrue shares, will get comments. So now you can invite everyone that likes this video ad to like the page, okay? And you can do that manually, or there are a couple of Chrome extensions that you can use so that actually you can get people liking and sharing and commenting this video ad. Not only this will build your custom audiences and create goodwill, but also on a daily basis, what I'm doing is I'm inviting everyone that likes my ads to like my page. Okay, some people will say yes, some people will say no, it doesn't really matter. So it's just like I put this extension, it's invite like post or something like that. Let me actually share it here. So it's this little extension right here. Invite post likes. That's the extension right here, and it's really good. And what it will do, it's a Chrome extension, by the way, and what it will do is will invite everyone that to like your page, okay? So you're accruing social proof here, you're getting a lot of goodwill, you're creating your custom audiences, and then you're inviting everyone to like your page, which is pretty cool. That's the best way that I know of creating page followers. Advertise your best content. I've been saying that your best content needs to get the lion's share of your business. Advertise your best content, and then you will be able to increase your page followers. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend going after like page likes or anything like that, or even buying followers, which is even worse. Okay, I hope that helps, my man. Okay, cool. So Joe, congrats on week 10. Thank you, my man. Let me actually refresh this real quick. Sometimes I need to refresh to actually see the upcoming questions. There's something wonky that the thing has. Okay, cool. So let's see. I'll be on Friday's call. Definitely be there. I'll be posting on the Facebook group. I'll be sending an email because I would like us to brainstorm a little bit more about how you can get applicants that are worth your time. Okay, I would definitely suggest that you start thinking about content that you can put together. And spending a little bit of money on content will actually help out. Okay, cool. Julio, what's up, Julio? Hey, Hernan, how important it is to have an optimized Facebook page to run ads from? Is there a certain amount of minimum content to put on the Facebook page to build trust with potential prospects? Great question, Julio. I love this question. The reason I love this question is because sometimes I get clients coming to me and saying, hey, Hernan, let's run some ads. Sounds good, I say. And then I look at their Facebook page and it's like, right now, the street of right here, the corner of my street, there's nobody there, okay? Nobody, because they're all in quarantine. Don't quarantine your content, okay? Set your content free. Now, but in all seriousness, Julio, I think that at least what I'm recommending my clients is that at the very least, they need to go live at least twice on their Facebook page. At least twice a week, I should say. At least twice a week. That's the very minimum. I'm uploading content pretty much every day right now. Okay, but at the very least, you want to upload content or go live at least twice a week. The reason why is really simple. Number one, it looks more legit for somebody checking out your ads. It's not because Facebook will give you a better CPM or whatever, which it will once you cross, I think, 10,000 or 20,000 likes. You will get a better CPM. And not only that, but you would also get a better CPM and more engagement as you start posting content on your Facebook page. Remember that I told you guys that advertising gets better through time? This is true for content as well. Okay, so not only because of that, that's the mechanics of how it works, but also if I see an ad of you and I don't know who you are, I'm going to check you out, I'm going to check your page, and if there's nothing there, I'm not going to buy from you, right? So there's a lot of companies, e-commerce, drop shipping, Shopify type of companies that they're selling, I don't know, a little bit of a gadget, and the gadget looks good, the ad looks good, but if I go to their website and it looks like any other Shopify company, and then I go to their Facebook page and there's nothing there, I'm not going to buy from them, right? So it's really, really important that you have a consistent content strategy. And I've also been saying that organic traffic plus paid traffic equals a traffic bomb, okay? And actually, I wrote some ads earlier today, this morning, and I'm testing them, and one of the copy is regarding how to use paid traffic with organic traffic. And there's a lot of value of somebody putting out helpful content. Not only because, again, it will increase the trust of your potential customers, but also because each piece of content that you put out, including this show it's like 25, 30, 35 minutes long, I'm going to advertise this show. This is a piece of content I'm going to run ads from, okay? So that is something to consider. I think that having an optimized Facebook page, which that ticks all the boxes, it has the branding, it has content, it makes advertising easier. So just one of the things that people need to have in order to work with me is they need to have a solid content strategy. If they don't, we cannot do magic. At the end of the day, I'm running ads on a social media platform. It's not like I'm running ads on, on Google, that on CPC, on Google search, that you can get away without content. Who cares, right? And even people running Facebook running ads on YouTube will tell you, hey, you need to be uploading YouTube content, because then you can retarget everyone, right? You can retarget people that watches your video. You can retarget people that, they're just liking your content on Facebook. So I think that that's a great question, and it doesn't have to be hard, guys. That's the good news. It's just having a framework to develop good videos and put out content, really put out content, because it will help your ads. Okay, so great question, Julio. So yeah, I would say at the very least twice a week. That's what I'm recommending my clients to do. 2 times a week, go live. And if they're not doing that, then unfortunately they cannot work with me, because it's gonna be an uphill battle for me to make their ads better. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got here. All right, so Joe is asking, have you tested cost per lead on Facebook versus YouTube? I'm hearing more people test YouTube. Yeah, so here's the deal, Joe. I think that a lot of people are exiting Facebook right now because of how the policy is working. Over the past couple of weeks, it's been crazy. And believe me, it's been crazy because of, this thing that's happening right now. And it's been crazy when it comes to policy. So YouTube can be a higher cost per lead, but again, it can help you getting better quality results when it comes to your leads, okay? I always see that Facebook has a leg up when it comes to cost per lead on YouTube. But again, people that are crushing it on YouTube, they're crushing it, I think that a lot of people are thinking, hey, I'm crushing it on Facebook, I'm going to turn around and apply the same strategy on YouTube, I'm going to win. And that's not true. Right? That's why I decided to focus on Facebook and really master Facebook. And we're still battling on Facebook. We're still going after Facebook, even if Facebook is getting really weird and crazy with policy and shutdowns and disapprovals and all of that. So that's why people are just exiting the platform. They would rather run somebody else or somewhere else and learn a new platform. Which I don't blame them. Google did the same a couple years ago. In fact, 4 or 5 years ago, Google became super tight. It was impossible to run ads on Google. And guess what advertisers did? Advertisers gonna advertise, right? So they turned around, they went to Facebook. And that's how Facebook blew up. But now it's happening the opposite. So a lot of people are finding impossible to run ads on Facebook. So they run ads on YouTube, right? And who can blame them? Nobody, because those people, they have families to feed, they have products to sell. So go where you're treated the best. Now, with that being said, again, YouTube is an intent platform. Facebook is a behavior platform. So while the cost per lead can be a little bit higher, the quality out of the blue, comparing cold campaigns cold, meaning, you know, direct response campaigns on Facebook versus the direct response campaign on YouTube, YouTube wins. But if you apply a branding strategy to Facebook, it's game over. Like, it's really game over, because the stuff that you can build on Facebook through custom audiences, through 25% video views, 75% video views, you know, really engaged audiences, that is something that you cannot have on YouTube. So anyways, that's my intake on it. However, I do tell all of you guys that don't believe a word I'm saying, right? Go ahead and test. That's the main deal. I don't know it all. That's why we have the group, and the group is mostly like a brainstorm session for all of us, right? I learned a bunch of stuff in the group as well. So, okay, cool. Let's go back to the screen. Waleed, what's up, Waleed? He's asking, when you're testing an audience in your offer, how much ad set we should try to define audience, and how much budget should be of each ad set? Okay, so that's actually a good question. What I like to do when we're testing audiences is something what Joe just mentioned, which is this. We're going to keep using the whiteboard, you know? Because I got it, now I'm gonna use it. Gosh dang it. All right, cool. So this is basically what I would recommend when we are testing audiences, okay? I would say test 10 different, there's 6, right? But 10 different audiences. So 10 different audiences at $2 to $3 per day each, okay? So $2 to $3 a day, $2. And what's going to happen here is that by keeping the budgets low, number one, you don't have to spend a lot of money to see which audiences are working. And number two, you're forcing Facebook to give you the best type of results for your money. Okay, so again, I'm talking about this. I don't know your funnel. I don't know what you sell, buddy. But I'm telling you that this framework right here, testing 10 different ad sets, 1 ad set per audience, ad set level budget. Don't do this with CBO. Don't do this with campaign budget optimization, because it will screw up your results. You will end up with some ad sets spending 0 and some ad sets spending like $20. That's not the case, okay? The case is for this to be a fair game for all of them. So same ads in all of them. You can have like 1 or 2 ads, same ads in all of them, same targeting. The only thing that's different is the interest, the audience, right? So the interest that you're targeting. So test like 10 different audiences with 1 or 2 ads. And then at the end of 3 or 4 days, you will end up with 3 or 4 ad sets, sometimes half of them, sometimes less, that work really well. Those are the audiences that you want to focus on. Okay, but you want to keep audience testing pretty cheap, I would say, or pretty consistent. So this is how you do it. And then let's say that these 3 are working, the first 3 are working, then you start bumping up the budget accordingly on these ads, okay, on these ad sets rather. Okay, cool. Let's see if we have any other questions. I don't see any other questions, so thank you, Waleed, for your question right here. And let me put some links here while we're at it, link placement, right? So hernanvazquez.com/Facebook to join the Facebook group, and come on, and hernanvazquez.com/advance if you want to come and join me while I record this advanced lookalike audience class that I'm going to be recording potentially next week. The good news about that is that it's going to be it's with a discount right now. It's going to be put like at 2 to 3 times the price once it's done, chopped, diced, and edited. But while I'm recording it, you're welcome to come join, ask questions, and it's hernanvazquez.com/advance. You will be able to go there and check it out. I put together a really simple landing page there that explains what's going to be. And let's see if we have any more questions, and we'll go from there. I hope to see you guys in the Facebook group as well, and in the advanced lookalike strategies. All right, everybody. So I don't see any more questions. Thank you for joining me for a little bit. I really do appreciate all of your questions. I really do appreciate you joining me. I really do appreciate all of you guys. I hope that you guys are safe, that you guys are sound. I hope that your business is booming. If it's not, come join the Facebook group and ask your questions there. And, maybe you can get some insights, or you can always join the No BS Advertising Club as well to get my intake, and a lot of really good and smart people like Julio, Joe, and Armand as well. He should join the group, and a lot of good, cool people that are joining us, and we're brainstorming, and it's pretty cool. All right, everybody. So thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll see you guys.